In this video, we will demonstrate how to direct connect the Link4 rain sensor to the iGrow 1400 controller. You see, the rain gauge must be assembled when dry. Any water trapped inside can condense and cause corrosion. The first thing you want to do is install your 4-stranded shielded wire to the rain sensor. Now, we have a rain sensor pre-assembled on a bracket here, and we're simply going to flip the rain sensor over like that. Next, we're going to go ahead and then remove those 4 set screws securing the top to the base of the sensor. So let's go ahead and simply remove these screws real fast. Now, once you have the screws loosened, simply just lift the rain sensor like this and set it aside. Inside the rain sensor housing is desiccant silica gel. Just take this out temporarily and set it aside as well. Prior to wiring the PCB, we want to run our 4-stranded shielded cable through the watertight gland. Now that we have the sensor PCB out, if you look at the PCB, you have blue terminal blocks and you also have dip switches. Now the dip switches allow you to determine the rain sensor sensitivity. And for this demonstration, we will flip switches 2 and 3 on and leave the remainder of the switches off. This setting is the tipping bucket emulation setting. The included rain gauge guide, also in the box, will provide you with a variety of settings that you can use. On the terminal block, we will land our 4 wires as follows. The red to P1, the black to P2, the green to NO, and the white to the COM. Now that you have the wires attached to the sensor terminal blocks and the dip switches set, it's time to put the sensor back together. You first want to go ahead and remove the excess of this shielded cable to where your PCB sits as follows. Then you want to go ahead and get that silica gel pack and put it down there as well to absorb moisture if moisture happens to enter inside. Then you want to sit your PCB board and then go ahead and put your sensor top back on. Secure the set screws. And then lastly, you want to tighten the watertight gland. Now, hooking the rain sensor directly to the controller, you want to put the red wire into 12 volt, the black the ground, the white wire into FD2 plus, and the green wire into FD2 negative. Now that we have wired the rain sensor to the 1400 controller, it's time to map the sensor, and we'll simply map the sensor by doing the following. From the controller, hit Enter menu, then you want to go to System Setup, then scroll down till you get to, past it, Setup Inputs, Enter menu. Hit Next until you get to the rain. And you want to map this to be FDI and 2. Hit back till you get to the home screen. Now, to view the rain sensor readings, you would hit the next button from the home screen. And as you can see, it says rain and no. And now what we're going to do is put this rain sensor to the test. Now, to test this rain sensor, I simply have water in a bowl with a wet napkin. And what I'm going to do is to simply get this wet napkin and dip it on the rain sensor. And as you can see, the rain sensor is engaging and alarming the controller. And if you look at the status screen on the controller, it now says rain yes. And that's our video on hooking the rain sensor up to the iGrow 1400 controller.